Hi, it's Joni. I'm back again for part two of my video on beginning craft tools. When I was talking about, I kind of gotten thrown off and I'm jumping around a bit, but I don't want to forget things. I was talking about cutting, other cutting tools that you would need is, oh, this just came off. um, this is a Martha Stewart X-Acto knife, and this is how you tighten it up if you replace the blade. I'll do that later off camera, but you get the idea. That's the Martha Stewart X-Acto knife, and it stores spare blades in here. You twist this off, and the blades go in there. Um, but this, it wasn't cheap. It was significantly more money than this. Um, I've gotten smarter over the years, and they both cut the same way. One isn't really better than the other. So I get a 3-pack of these. They're box cutters or X-Acto knives, and there it is. And it retracts again. It comes 3 in a pack. 2 small ones and 1 bigger one. And when you're done, when it dulls or you run out of blade, because you can, I don't know how to do it honestly, I haven't done it, but my husband tells me you can, this little, there, I think you could see there's little lines there, and you can actually snap off the dull part and keep advancing it and going all the way down to here. So there might be 10 sections of knife that you can snap off and continue going. I've tried doing it and didn't snap along the line, so I just throw it out and get another one off my shelf. I'm always stocked up in those because they're nice to have, and they're only $1. Going back to staying on the cutting topic, going back to the scissors, the other pair of scissors that I eventually ended up getting, and this is not a necessity, it just makes life a little easier, is small scissors for fussy cutting. Fussy cutting is like, say you cut an image out of a magazine and you wanted to glue it onto, your scrapbook, or you colored something in, or you stamped something, an image, you colored it in, and now you want to cut it out. To do more precise cutting, you would use this scissor, not a great big long one, because it's hard to get in and out of the little grooves. So, and this wasn't a lot of money, and yeah, this was made by Recollections. You could buy it at Michael's. Well, Recollections you can only buy at Michael's. That's their store brand. Um, and the glue. I wanted to get back to the glue. I showed you the tape runner one. I showed you the glue sticks, and then I showed you that other box of glue, and there's this. I don't have any of the tape runner in it now, but it works the same way as this, except for it is a gigantic one. Um, and you replace the tape, you get refills, and you replace the tape here. It is a little clumsy to use, but if you're doing something like Christmas cards and you're using a lot of that tape runner glue, you would use this. You push the button, you press down on the paper, you let the roller go along, and it releases the glue the same way that the tape runner does. But you won't run out very quickly, because you get a large amount of adhesive, and this one is made by Scotch, sorry. So I didn't want to forget to tell you that. The other thing, embossing. If you decide to make cards and you want to do embossing, you do need this heat gun, and you just plug it in, you turn it on, and you let the air, what it's blowing out, heat up before you use it. So you run it and let it heat up, and then you direct it towards what you're embossing, and it like liquefies it almost. You know, it turns something glittery into like shiny. Um, so you can do a fair amount of embossing if you want when you're doing card making. So I don't remember how much this was. It was so long ago that I bought it, and I'm just starting to get back into embossing again. Um, Another tool, a hole puncher. Um, I bought a hole puncher at the Dollar Tree, um, and it worked. It worked okay, but paper was it was getting stuck, you know, in here. And then I try to take it out, and the paper would rip. And so my husband picked me up these, and these are made by Fiskar. So it is nice to have a good working um, um, hole puncher. And then the catchings go in there, and you could actually reuse it as confetti. What else? Okay. All of the girls who are making the shaker cards, some of them just do it with adhesive. Some of them do it with a fuse tool. I bought this online. This is made by Project Life. Becky Higgins, Project Life. I don't know if it's me or this is defective, but I can never get it right. My seams keep opening up. What this does is you run it along the plastic package, and it's supposed to fuse the two pieces together, like to fuse it shut. And I can never get it right, no matter how many times I do it. So I don't know. I'm tempted to buy another wheel here and see if it's maybe the wheel that's causing it. I really don't know. But if you can make life very easy for yourself and get a real professional look by using the fuse tool. And you should pay about $20 for it. It comes with this, and it comes with a stand, that you can stand it up on your table, because this does get hot. And it comes with a ruler, and you're supposed to do it in between this line to keep it straight. But see, now my wheel doesn't turn, so I kind of gave up on it, and I use adhesive for the shaker cards. But there are lots of videos out there, instructional videos you can watch to show you how to do it. This tool is, I love this. This is not a must, but if you're into card making and you want to make your own envelopes, you can make small envelopes for like gift cards, you can make your Christmas, your envelopes for your Christmas cards, and you can even make a lined envelope with this that's really pretty, and there's something about a homemade card that's just so beautiful. And you can make your cards as long as you have what you need, the right paper and maybe some stamps and stickers. You make them in the summertime, put them aside, and just fill them out in the winter. But I love this tool. This is worth every penny. That just leaves me with, here, the Create a Sticker. I bought this at Walmart. It's $20. And if you want to, it's called Create a Sticker by Xyron. And that's the name of it. What you do is, this has a roll of adhesive inside of it. I don't want to open it up and break it. My husband usually changes the cartridges for me. But you put your cutout here. Then you dial this dial. It advances the paper. And then you tear the paper off, and your image has a perfectly smooth adhesive on the back, just like a sticker. And you can leave it on the paper and apply it later, or take it off the paper and stick it on right away. But I love that, and my grandkids love it, playing with it. But yeah, it's paper like this. It's almost like wax paper, and whatever you put on it would be stuck right here. So you can save yourself some money on stickers by using that. I got a label maker, and this was from Walmart, and I think it was $15. And that's just for organizing. I can label things. And the first, here. This is for, what is it called? I keep drawing a blank with this. A scoreboard. You take the bone folder out of the little compartment. This is made by Martha Stewart. You lay down your paper right here, say. You go to your measurement. You run it along there. You fold it to the fold that you want, and this is for card making. And then you use your bone folder to really make that cut flat. And you don't have to get it for card making. I mean, you can measure it with a ruler and fold it yourself, and use the back of a scissor or any kind of tool like that, and just flatten it that way, even a ruler. But I would recommend this if you're going to do a fair amount of card making. I also got the Cuttlebug, which is an embosser, and you can also do cutting on it. This was my first one. It wasn't a lot of money. I got it on sale. There's lots of tutorials on YouTube how to use it. I ended up switching to the one made by We Are Memory Keepers, and it's called Evolution. And the nice thing about it is you use the same plates every time. You just change the setting on the dial to whether you're embossing or whether you're cutting out die cuts. And there's videos on this on YouTube. And I wanted to go on to talk about, if you do go on YouTube eventually, and you're not sure if you're going to like it or continue doing it, and you don't want to invest a lot of money in equipment, you can record. I still record on my phone. And I got this from the Wish app. I got this tripod that sits on top of the table. I put my phone in here, I clip it in, just like a selfie stick, but it's on a tripod, and I record over this. I have that costs $5 on the Wish app. This was maybe $7. This is another one. It's a little higher. It has a telescope bar, so you can keep it taller. Sometimes I'll put it on the floor, sometimes I'll put it on the table, depending on how I want to direct it. But this is like $7. Don't go spending a lot of money until you know you're really gonna, stay on YouTube and, use it. I'm at that point now where I'm gonna stay and I'm enjoying it. But what I need to invest in is a tripod that goes up real tall, because when I do my planning videos, I want it to direct down kind of over me, over my head, and direct the camera down so you can see the paper as it is in front of me. So I will invest in one of those tripods, because I think it would help me. And I wanted to tell you, don't forget that Joann's and Michael's, they have classes all the time. I learned how to make cards at Michael's. I learned how to make jewelry at Michael's. I took sewing classes at Joann's. I've taken knitting classes at the library. I have taken floral arranging at adult education at the high school. There's lots of classes out there. You just gotta look for them and take advantage of them. But that's all I have for tonight. This ends part 2. Good night, folks.